Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the streams. Welcome back to the world of wrestling, and welcome back to Elite Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 3 is on the air. We're back with Elite Talk here on the Hardcore Sports Network, here on All Star Sports Network, and of course the Philly Sports Network. We welcome you back to the streams.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Joe Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Joe Cole.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elite Talk. My name is Earl Cole, and welcome to the streams. Welcome to all points in between, and welcome back to the streams. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As I said before, I'll say it again. On April the 17th, we announced that all of our shows will be tabled until May, and we are returning full steam ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we return with the Raw Watch Along. We're returning tonight with the Elite Talk. My partner Tyler should be here very shortly to the streams, and we're going to get into our discussion. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the menu, we have Rampage to go over. We also have AEW Dynamite to discuss. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news about All In, the AEW show in London. So we're going to talk about all of that and so much more here today on Elite Talk. And we want to welcome you all to the streams. And again, like I said before, I'll say it again. Please subscribe to the All Star Sports Network. Please subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network. And please subscribe to all our channels. We greatly appreciate it. And hit that like button. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. It is very vital that you hit that like button. If you like all of the wrestling content that you see here on the Hardcore Sports Network and, of course, All Star Sports Network, please subscribe and, of course, hit that like button. We greatly appreciate all of your efforts, and we greatly appreciate all of your time, and we greatly appreciate you, and we value you as our viewers. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, like I said before, we're going to be discussing Rampage. Rampage was great. I had no issues with what I saw on Rampage. I thought Rampage was very good. The Hardy Compound match, I thought that was very highly entertaining. Times there were spots in it that was very funny. I thought Stokely Hathaway getting beaten up by the kids, the Hardy kids. I thought that was cute. So again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I'm awaiting Tyler. I hope Tyler can join us. I did send him the link to the show, so I hope that he can, pop in here and then we can get the show going. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like Rampage, then you're going to love Dynamite. Dynamite this past week in Baltimore, Maryland was absolutely great. I enjoyed every nuance of the show. MJF once again tried to weasel his way out of a main event, but boy, did that blow up in his face. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about so much more here today on Elite Talk. So, let's just talk about this for a second. MJF. Let's talk about MJF for a second while we wait for Tyler. Let's talk about MJF. How sneaky is MJF? MJF kept planting the seeds week after week with the four pillars and tried to make them battle each other. He even tried to get Sammy Guevara, suck in Sammy Guevara to be his pal and lay down and all of this stuff and paying him the money to lay down and you knew that that was not going to work. You knew that was not going to work, and it didn't. It didn't work at all. It didn't work. MJF's plan didn't work this past Wednesday night, and it was thwarted by the four pillars. And of course, the match is now a fatal four way. As everybody knows, it's a fatal four way for the AEW title. And this is going to be a banger. This is absolutely going to be a banger at Double or Nothing. I cannot wait for this match. You know, it's another thing that I can't wait. I want to see the rematch. I want to see a rematch with Ty Valkyrie and Jay Cargill. I think that that should happen at Double or Nothing, and I think wholeheartedly that that should happen and that should take place. Um, I just want to just say to everyone, hello in the streams. Let's see, we got Big Boy Facts, Shawnee TV. How are you? Stream Elements. How are you? Stevie G. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you again. And Janelle Jackson. How are you? Hi. And of course, everyone that's in the chat, thank you so much for tuning into Elite Talk. We greatly appreciate it. And make sure that you subscribe and hit that like button. And we also greatly appreciate that as well. We hope that you had a great weekend. We hope that you are enjoying your Saturday. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it also brings us to Backlash. Tonight is WWE Backlash. I don't know how many of you in the chat are looking forward to tonight's show, but it is available tonight on Peacock at 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Standard Time. Um, and if you want to watch it, like I said, it'll be on Peacock. Cable and satellite providers will have it, and of course, it'll be coming to you from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Um, there is no build for this. The overall build for this match is for this show is absolutely zero. There is no build. Now, I want to say something here, and I don't know if you all will agree with me in the chat. I don't know if you all agree, but here's the thing: we have one match that has history to it. We have another match that is a punishment match. And let's just talk about that for a second. A punishment match. Can you imagine you sit there and you are not happy with your creative control, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you get this match with a Nigerian giant like Omos. And who I'm referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is Seth Rollins. Now, the backstory to this whole thing is I don't know if you all know this or not, but what happened is that during the night after WrestleMania, when Vince McMahon made Raw the worst show in history, he went there and he canceled Seth Rollins's promos that was supposed to go on in it. So Seth Rollins was confused. I was confused. And all Rollins did was go out there, wave to the audience, sang a song, and he went about his business. I didn't care for that at all. I didn't care for it at all. The match is going to be yes, big fans. It is a punishment match. It is a punishment match. So Seth Rollins apparently, from what I was reading and what I was hearing, he walked out of a production meeting, and they said he walked out. He was upset with what took place in the now. Again, like I said before, I'll say it again. Vince McMahon is a very vindictive person. So what does Vince McMahon do? He books Seth Rollins in a match against Omos. Now, we all know that this was a Vince McMahon booking. We all know that. We're not dumb. We don't have blinders on here. We know that. What I don't like, and what I don't like here is the fact that it was the match was booked pure out of spite and pure out of punishment for Rollins. And I don't like that. I don't like that kind of thing. I think that the WWE is a very vindictive company. They do not like when you do things to them, and they will make your life a living hell. They will. And booking him in this match make no sense whatsoever. There's no feud. There is no feud to this match. And if you all don't seem to understand that, then I don't know what to tell you at this point. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you at this point. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. The match is just pure punishment. It's pure punishment for Rollins, and that's all there is to it. Now, another match that has history was Bad Bunny and, of course, Damian Priest. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny were a tag team in WrestleMania. And Bad Bunny shocked the world when he did that Canadian Destroyer on the outside. Now the match is all blown up. Now everything is all blown up. These two men are no longer friends. They are bitter rivals. They're bitter enemies. And they're going to settle it tonight in a San Juan, Puerto Rico street match, which means anything goes. Anything goes in this match. Anything goes. Anything goes in this match. And again, like I said before, and I'll say it again, this I mean there is history here. So there's a little build here. There's a little build here. Okay, I'll give you that. There's a little build. But other than that, other than that, there's nothing else. There is nothing else. Um so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the night. It's going to be Backlash. I don't know if you want to watch it. I will be watching it. You know why I'll be watching it? Because tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow I'm going to be on DJ Storm's channel, and we're going to do the rewind for Backlash, and I'll be on his show tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, I believe. So I hope that you'll tune in for that as I as me and DJ Storm will come together and we will dissect the Backlash. Now, um, this Thursday, the Wrestling Experience returns. This Thursday, the Wrestling Experience returns, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, and we will return with DJ Storms. Now, DJ Storms will be on my channel this Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So I hope that you'll tune in for that. Hope you're going to tune in for that because we're going to be discussing AEW Dynamite, the Rage in the Cage. We're also going to be discussing. We're also going to finalize Backlash, and I'll give you our final thoughts on the show. So that's all happening this Thursday. Now, this Monday, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to return with a Raw watch along. The Raw watch along rolls along and rolls on, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to give you the Raw watch along on this Monday evening. So I hope that you'll tune in for that. You tune in for that because we're going to have a lot of fun on Monday night. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, me and Jeffrey Turner, we always have fun on Monday nights with the Raw watch along. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I don't know what happened to. Why do you think Raw has turned so bad? Well, Stevie G, here's the thing. You don't need to look any further than Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is poisoning the Raw brand, and we all know that that Raw right now has been hit or miss. Some of the shows have been consistent. Some of the shows have been awful. Some of the shows have been so it's been all over the place. It's been the middle of the road. Just Stevie G, you know what you need to do. Look at the consistency and look at the overall booking and look at the overall show as a whole, and that will tell you. That will give you a tall tale sign right then and there who is really running the show. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Um, all right, let's talk about Rampage. I don't think Tyler's going to be joining us today. I don't think so. Um, I'm sure he probably sent me a message. But I'll read his message later. But um, let's just talk about this first match here, and let's get this going. The Lucha Bros took on that Vidigo. I hope I don't know if I said that right. Um, Vidigo and Hobbs and Marshall and Sola. The match was great. The match was great. The match was fantastic. I love the nuances of the match. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a banger. Yeah, yes, Siri, yes. The match was a banger. This match was, I love me some Lucha Bros, and this guy, Vendico, I love him. I love the way he moves in the ring. He's absolutely flawless in the ring. He reminds me of another Ray Phoenix, if you want me to be quite honest with you. So I, I like him. I like him. I really do. The match was, like I said before, the match was great. The match was fantastic. Now I had no issues with the match whatsoever. Great chemistry in the ring. All of the men did their athleticism. Everybody played their part well in the match. It was great. It was really something to behold, and it was great. I had, like I said before, I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen. I had no issues with the match. I really didn't. They told a great story. There was one move in the match that I really loved. The way Hobbs sold Penta's super kick. I like the way he sold that. He sold that very well, and you know the power bombs in the match and everything else. So the match, like I said before, the match was great. Match was fantastic. So um, yeah, Jade Cargill was in action, and she took on a local talent. And, again, like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, the match was okay. I mean, the match was just, it was one sided. It was really one sided. If you want me to be honest with you, it was really one sided. And Jade again wins. The undefeated streak, the whole yada yada. I wanted to come to an end. I really wanted to come to an end. I think it had run its course already. And I think that Ty Valkyrie deserves a rematch. I think she deserves one, and I think she should get one at Double or Nothing. I'm pushing all for that. I think that should take place at Double or Nothing, and I think Tony Khan should pull the trigger on it, and I think that Jade Cargill should not, on this second time around, should not become and should not retain the title. I think Ty Valkyrie should be the one to be the new TBS champion. I am pushing for that wholeheartedly. I think it's the right move. I think it's the right decision, and I would have no issues with it whatsoever. And I think that they should pull the trigger on that, to be honest with you. So, again, like I said before, Cargill wins the match, wins it cleanly, and over the job. And again, like I said before, and I'll say it again. I mean, what else do you want me to say? There's nothing to say. The match was quick. It was painless. It was done and over with. All right, Mark Briscoe took on Preston Vance. Mark Briscoe took on Preston Vance. Good match. Great stuff in the ring. Great chemistry in the ring. Both men beat the stew out of each other. They did. They beat the stew out of each other. And, Mark Briscoe's family was in the ringside area. Preston Vance, typical heel, takes the sign and rips it up. Typical heel stuff. Um, Jay Briscoe, I love me some. I mean Mark Briscoe. Excuse me, Jay. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. Mark Mark Briscoe. Absolutely, I love him. I love the way he was in the ring. I love the nuance. I love the way his moves are in the ring, his athleticism and everything else in the ring. And like I said before, I'll say it again. The match was great. The match was fantastic. I had no issues with the match whatsoever. No issues with it. Great little nuance in the ring. Great things going on in the ring. Both men neutralizing each other from the ring side area up into the ring. The splash in the chair. He missed the chair shot, and his back or his neck or something hit the chair, and he was on the floor. I thought that was a little scary at first, but it looked like he was okay from that shot. Used the chair shot to do a plunger, in the ring. So again, like I said before, and I'll say it again, the match was great. The match was fantastic. I loved it. I love watching it. When you see some great athleticism in the ring and you see people work their behind off in the ring, you have to give them credit for that. You gotta give them credit for that. You gotta give them kudos for that because I gotta tell you something. All that work that those two were doing in the ring, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to entertain an audience. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of nuances and little digs and flips and kicks and everything else that you want in this match. This match, this match had everything to it. And Preston Vance is a great heel. He's a great heel. He's an excellent heel. I like that he took off the mask and he became a heel. He was a baby face all this time. Now they made him into a heel. And a heel, he's a good heel. He's a good heel. Gotta give it up to Preston Vance. Kudos to him to being a heel. So all right. So we went from that. We went from that to the okay. So we're up to the main event of Rampage. I believe that this is the main event. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we're up to the main event of Rampage, and this main event was the final deletion, the Hardy Compound, and of course they took on the firm. They took on the firm. I mean, the match was great. Something. This was a cinematic match, of course, as you know, it's a cinematic match, and I love these cinematic matches. Some of them, I like cinematic matches. Now, when you do a cinematic match, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. If you do a cinematic match, you gotta make sure that it. First of all, it's gotta make sense. That's A. B. B. It's gotta be produced well, and then C. It's got to connect well with the audience. Well, this match, ladies and gentlemen, this was absolutely. I liked it. I don't know about anybody else, but I liked it. Yes, I'm looking for that too, Stevie G. Thank you for your comment. Um, I like this match, and I liked it a lot. This deletion match. Um, First of all, they started out in the afternoon, drove up, then the drone came on with Hardy's face on it. Then all of a sudden, magic happens, and they're in the nighttime. The match went in the woods. They had it in the woods. They had it. I mean, this match was woolly, wild, and all over the place. You want me to say that, ladies and gentlemen? This match was woolly, wild, and all over the place. This match was absolutely a banger. I don't know what else to say about this match. I mean, there was one part in the match where the Hardy kids and the Hardy wife beat the stew out of Stokely. He beat the stew out of Stokely Hathaway. I thought that was funny. That was a great element in the feud. I thought that was great. Um, Isaiah Cassidy returns. Private Party reunites. I mean, this was good stuff. This was good stuff. This was absolutely good stuff. Excellent stuff. And Hook was involved and everything. So this was great. This was great. The firm got what they deserved, and this was great. They won the deletion match. The Hardys win. Great stuff. Great production in the end. I loved it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rampage. That was Rampage in a nutshell. I liked it. It was a great show. Um, like I said before, Jay Cargill has a lot on her plate and she's got a lot to do. So but so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about All In for a second. If you all don't know the news by now, you're gonna know this. All In, ladies and gentlemen, sold over 70,000 tickets. And this was impressive. This was impressive. And why do I say those? Because let me tell you something. Alone, the pre-sale alone, up to 60,000 seats were sold. 60,000 seats went like hotcakes. The 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 tickets went on sale this Friday, and more seats were gobbled up. So I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think these tickets are gonna go. They're gonna go because I don't know how many are left. I really don't know how many are left, ladies and gentlemen. But between the pre-sale and what went on sale this Friday, guys, I'm telling you, this show is going to be a banger. Tony Khan's company right now on this record, and the show is not even, there's no matches yet. There's no matches yet. And this show already has a gate. Listen to this. A record-setting gate of 8,500,000. Get it. You want me to say it again? 8 million. $8.5 million. That is impressive. That's impressive. This event outsold Clash of the Castle. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. AEW fans are going to show and show out wholeheartedly. They're going to tear this place down. I cannot wait for All Out, All In. It'll happen on Sunday, August the 27th. And I just, London is going to be on fire for AEW. The fans have spoken. They want to go to this show. And let me tell you something. I think Tony Khan and his company is going to load this show up to the brim and give you the maximum amount of entertainment for your bottom dollar. And he's going to, I'm telling you something. Tony Khan hit a grand slam with this announcement when he announced All in London. Yeah, AEW fans went all in on All In, and they are. I wish everyone a great time. The Brits, like, all right, yes, they do, Stevie Dean. Yes, yes, they do. That is a hot market. That is a hot market for for wrestling, and Tony Khan capitalized on it. And boy, did he come out in spades. $8.5 million in ticket sales. Oh, hey, Robert, how are you? How you doing today?
What's good, Earl?
What's going on?
Not much really.
Oh, that's good. I was talking about All In,
That's
and
impressive.
I
Last time I
mean,
checked, there was like 758 total tickets left for All In.
yes, yes, and it will not last long. It just won't.
I said it really won't, especially like you and not to mention too, you also take into consideration the AEW has a hot market in the UK because they're bringing over at least, from my understanding, like bringing like slightly over 3 million viewers on ITV over in England.
Right. I'm telling you something, Robert. I'm telling you something. I was impressed by that number. $8.5 million, and they outsold Clash of the Castle. That is impressive.
I should really tell you something.
That is impressive. I almost fell out of my chair when I read that. I was just, I was
And,
just
and not just that
behooved
too. Look
me.
at the pre-sale sign-ups. Like they had over like 60,000.
See, yeah, 62,000 people.
And the
I
fact that
mean,
they sold like almost like three-quarters of Wembley Stadium, like that should tell you a lot.
that should tell you more than a lot. that,
I mean,
that should tell.
it's hard to really describe it. Describe it
No,
though.
I, can you imagine, Robert? Can you imagine on pay per view, you're the ring announcer, and you're standing in the middle of the ring, and you're looking in and around at 90,000 plus. Can you imagine that?
And it's going to be a big testament to not just from Tony Khan's perspective, but just AEW in general. Been around 20, about 4 years now. This is was 4 years in the making, and knowing that the UK fans are the most passionate wrestling fans on the planet.
Right. And like I said before, I'll say it again. I'm looking forward to All In. I am
So you ain't
really
wrong.
I am looking forward to
But shit, we
this.
got to get through Double or Nothing first
Yeah,
before we
yeah,
worry
yeah,
about.
yeah. Before we get to London, we got to get to Double or Nothing first, and that
We got to
looks
go to
impressive.
our little pit stop is Las Vegas.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? You know what? I'm still looking forward to the show. I think it's
Oh yeah,
going to be a
absolutely.
banger. I think it's going to be a banger. I'm looking for the only match that I want Tony Khan, like I said before in the beginning of the stream. I want to see him pull the trigger with Ty Valkyrie rematch. I think she deserves a rematch, and I think she's owed a
I
receipt.
think that's what we're getting at Double or Nothing, from my understanding.
I
So I
hope
think Tony Khan,
so.
because I mean, there's no way Tony Khan would ignore a talent like Ty Valkyrie. And
Right.
again, but but then again, Tony Khan's definitely giving her a rematch, and sooner or later that streak's going to come to an end at some point. So
I wanted to, Robert. I want the streak to come to an end because it's enough already.
he's pretty much the AEW's version of Charlotte Flair, basically.
Right.
It's enough. I know it's enough,
Exactly.
but I mean, look, she's not. Look, I will give Jade Cargill the benefit of the doubt. Like, she's not bad in the ring, not bad on the mic. It's just like, time for a change. That's all I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
Because she can do, but she can have a good run without the title. Let's be honest.
Right. And again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I want her title run to come to an end because it is run its course. It
It
is run
really
its course,
is.
and I want it to come to an end. I think everybody in the world wants it to come to an end. Um. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before I get out of here, before I get out of here, I just want to let everybody know I want to thank you all for watching the show. Me and Tyler will return next weekend. We will be back next Saturday. Is Tyler okay, Robert? I didn't get any message from him, but oh, did we lose Robert? Yep, we lost Robert. Okay. Um. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, but thank you, Robert, for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Elite Talk. That's going to do it for Elite Talk. Um, I'm going to find out what happened to Tyler, and I hope he's well. Hope he's doing okay. Um, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Robert again for popping into the stream and jumping in on my show. I want to thank you all for watching. Like I said before, I'll say it again. I will be back in cyberspace once again for the wrestling experience as I present to you the Raw Talk, the Raw Watch Along, not Raw Talk, the Raw Watch Along will happen this Monday night. We hope that you'll tune in for that. It's going to be a stone gas of a good time. Me and Jeffrey will be coming at you again with the Raw Extravaganza known as the Raw Monday Night Raw. So don't forget to watch that. I believe Raw this week will be in Jacksonville. So don't forget that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back with the wrestling experience this coming Thursday with my guest DJ Storms. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention that Wednesday night we will be streaming. We will be streaming AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite will be coming to you live on the streams. We are going to have the watch along for Dynamite. That's Wednesday night. Monday night is Raw. Wednesday is Dynamite. Thursday is the wrestling experience. And then next Saturday, we will return with Elite Talk episode number 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all happening. And plus, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow I'll be on the DJ Storms channel, and I will be with DJ Storms as we rewind Backlash from tonight. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Backlash will happen at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Peacock and all cable and satellite providers. I'm Earl Cole. This has been Elite Talk, and this has been an exclusive to the Hardcore Sports Network and, of course, All Star Sports Network and all networks in between. I'm Earl Cole. Have an enjoyable rest of your Saturday evening, and we will talk to you later here on the streams.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Joe Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Joe Cole.